Today on Northwest Spotlight, we welcome Lynne Lynch from the city of Moses Lake. Lynne, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So what is your role with the city?
Great question. I've got two roles: public information officer for the entire city, and then communications and marketing specialist. And I'm actually based in the Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Services Department.
And how long have you been with the city?
Almost 3 years now, come April.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
been a great job.
So as far as the Moses Lake area, Grant County, the surrounding areas, tell me some of the fun things that people can do when they come to visit.
Oh, absolutely. Our main tourist season is roughly, March through, through August, September. We have lots of great fishing. Lots of people come out for the fishing on Moses Lake,
Sure.
boating, biking, hiking. And then the city also owns the Surf and Slide Water Park, and that's a regional water park, a regional draw for just thousands of families. And it's a great provider of summer employment for young lifeguards, cashiers, groundskeepers. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And the city also has a museum, the Moses Lake Museum and Art Center. Got some great displays there, an awesome gift shop, very unique things there. And it also houses the city's visitor information center. So lots of brochures and maps and books. So really a one-stop shop, for everything Moses Lake. And that's at 401 South Balsam.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you talk about people coming to visit.
Yeah.
So if people want to learn more about Moses Lake so that they can come visit, how would somebody go about learning more?
Yeah, we've got lots of tools. One is our tourism website, tourmoseslake.com. That lists events, things to do, lots of great information there. And again, if you're physically in town, the visitor center / museum and art center, which is part of our civic center complex at 401 South Balsam. So a virtual visitor center online at tourmoseslake.com, and then one, brick and mortar.
That's fantastic.
Campus. Yeah.
So you can actually go online and do the tour.
Yeah. Lots of great images. There's videos, actually tourism videos of the Moses Lake area that we've produced. And then one of the water park too.
That's fantastic.
You want to get something for the whole family, and I get that. I have kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kids, they're helping you make that decision for vacation. So absolutely.
So what do you think some of the deciding factors would be for someone who would want to come to Moses Lake for a weekend, let's say?
You could look, maybe look at if there's a special event, if you want to wrap in, an ORV event out of the sand dunes. Sand dunes are super popular around here in the summer times. If you want to do something in the outdoors, if you want to check out the downtown, it just kind of depends on what you like to do. And there's also Eastern Washington is a great area for geology. So if that's kind of your liking, that's another thing to, stop by our visitor center, maybe look at some books on geology and decide maybe if you want to go out for a hike. So, and another thing, throughout the pandemic, we were really able to draw on the outdoors and the outdoor rec. I think it's something people felt safe doing because they could distance. They weren't, in a crowded area. They could distance, they could pick what they wanted to do. And yeah, just lots of options there. And affordability. Our tagline is just a gas tank away. Nice. Right in the middle between Seattle and Spokane. So if you're on the way to either place, we're a great stopping point, for a weekend stay.
Absolutely. And it sounds like there's something for everybody too.
There really is. There really is.
That's fantastic. You mentioned COVID, and I'm going to ask you about that here in a minute, but in 2021, did you see a rebound in tourism?
We did. And even just real recently, getting hotel occupancy rates were nearly to pre-COVID levels again. And that was just awesome news. Because,
that's fantastic.
City tourism and then other community groups who promoted their events, the events that did stay open, last year. That was just a great testimony of their work and our work together. People still came out, they still wanted to play, they still wanted to do things, they still wanted to get out. So I really am optimistic things are gonna, keep going well and on the upward trend. So
yeah, absolutely. You brought up COVID, and I would imagine that in your position, marketing created some difficulties. How did you go about marketing the city during the COVID outbreak?
Yeah. Again, we stress the outdoors.
Yeah,
People can still fish, they can still swim, they can still hike, they can still bike. Those things weren't off limits at that time, and they're still not, and they've really been our mainstays anyway.
mhm,
So it's just, again, toting on, what we do best really is the outdoors around here.
sure.
Absolutely. Mhm.
And has that changed in how you're marketing Moses like now, as to how you were a year ago, 2 years ago, when you were learning to deal with marketing during COVID?
Mm, Now, we try to pay heed to what's going on, to the numbers. You know, we've had, masking and distancing, notes in our advertisements,
Mhm.
stay safe, be sure to mask and distance. But really, people still want to have fun. They still want to get out and
And I think
wanna be
that's what it
safe.
is. People just
Mhm.
want to get outside, do their thing. And like you said, people just want to have fun
Yes.
and
Yeah.
bring the fun back into life.
Mhm.
Well, I appreciate you joining us. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about Moses Lake, about Grant County, about what you do that we haven't talked about?
Oh gosh. Just that it's just been an honor to do my work and to, be able to, help the area. It's been awesome.
Well, that's
There's a
great.
lot of great people, lots of great things to do. So it's been a pleasure.
Well, good, good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. Again, this is Lynne Lynch from the city of Moses Lake, Northwest Spotlight, and everybody go visit Moses Lake.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.